Hi guys, I hope you're all well. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my new video. Today I finally edited this video that I made quite a while ago. I wanted to make this kind of old looking mansion, kind of the type of mansions or kind of old buildings that you see in movies and TV series, in a lot of like fantasy horror type of stories, like vampires or werewolves or whatever that kind of like genre. So yeah, I really wanted to make this kind of really old looking kind of Victorian mansion, and when I made this or built this, I don't know what was happening, but my Sims game was really buggy and annoying, and there was a lot of problems and things that I had to kind of overcome. And I'm sorry if you can hear anything from outside, because there's some kind of trucks and cars driving in front of our house. There's construction going on, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. This was really annoying, especially the place where the stairs are. I tried to do kind of like these tall, big, like L-shaped stairs that would go upstairs, and the whole like entrance of the building would be like open to the other floor too. So there would be a kind of like balcony upstairs, if you know what I mean. And it was just a pain in the butt to do this. I just don't understand why it had to be so like weird and problematic. You can see on the footage, well, you can see it all the time, but especially later on, you can see the when I create a doorway to this like place, it just erases the stairs and the walls from the stairs. I don't understand why it's doing that, but I had to overcome that and do some tricks to make it work. Fortunately, I eventually made it work, but it was, I don't know, I built this over the course of maybe 3 days or 2 days, just because I got so annoyed. Yeah, it took a long time, and also it was bugging all the time, like from the flooring. I couldn't use the flooring. I don't know, I think I had my old mouse, computer mouse I mean, and that was running out of battery or something, I don't know, it was really laggy. And yeah, here you see me trying to create a door or a doorway, but it's just deleting the like steps or whatever the like stairs are on, like a platform. I really don't understand why it doesn't work. I can't understand why it has to be like that. And it did work, and then when you took away a wall to create a door, it didn't work anymore. So I don't know what's happening there. So yeah, that was kinda annoying. Kinda, I mean a lot. And yeah, sometimes building in Sims 4 is just, I don't know, a nightmare. All the people that love to build know what I'm talking about. But eventually I managed to create a doorway over there, and the stairs were staying in place. I went with a really dark theme. I used a lot of like blacks and stone and like dark wood tones, because in my mind it creates this kind of like, I don't know, mysterious and like a little kind of like freaky, or I don't know, this kind of whole aesthetic that I was going with. Yeah, I used a lot of things from the Strangerville pack. On Strangerville, they have a lot of very good objects and windows and all of these things. I really like them, and for this kind of build, they go like so well. Then I created the rest of the house and started building the upstairs. Right here I'm figuring out the layout of the upstairs. I wasn't that sure how big of a house I did want to do. I got so frustrated building this and recording this, so I went ahead and created the rest of the house and did some changes to it off camera. I'm sorry I didn't film it, but it's basically the same house. The only difference is that the whole house is raised. So in the beginning I tried to do this kind of like split level in the entrance, but it didn't work with the rest of the house. It created a lot of problems with the house, and so I figured that it's just best to raise the whole house and forget about the split level. I don't know if I recorded and just lost the footage, or why I didn't film me putting the windows and all of the flooring and stuff like that, but you can probably see from here that what kind of flooring I went with. And also, if you want to, you can download this from my gallery. It's completely MsIs created. Like, I don't use CC almost ever in my builds. The only builds that I use CC in are my own kind of buildings that I create just for myself. For example, if I do a challenge just by myself, like my Not So Berry challenge that I'm playing right now, the builds that I create there, I don't film them, so I can use CC, and you can't see them if you don't put the CC option on the gallery. But all the other builds and the builds that I film are all without any CC. Here I was figuring out the layout from the other like wing of the upstairs. First I wanted to create this kind of hallway with a lot of rooms, but because I put the kind of hexagon shape in there, it didn't kind of work that way. So instead I just created another room and this kind of, I don't know what you call it, but it's this, you could put a office over there or just seating area or whatever. So it's just kind of this empty like hallway area. And I also wanted to include a balcony or some kind of terrace over there, so I went with this kind of upstairs balcony type of thing over there. Like, I don't know, it could be anything, like a garden or just an outside place or whatever you want to do with it. And yeah, even though it looks kind of big, the building, I mean, it's still kind of small. It only has 2 bedrooms. The other one has ensuite and the other one has just a bathroom nearby. And downstairs I probably will do kitchen and dining room situation on the other end, and then this kind of like library and living room type of room on the other end of the building. I'm not sure which way I want to do it. I'm thinking I want to put the kitchen and dining room in the like bigger room with the light stone walls and the library on the other end, but I haven't yet decided. I know there are a lot of different windows. I might change that in the future. I'm not sure if I like that, but in the meantime it's just like that. I wanted to use the narrow and tall windows from Strangerville because it goes so well with this kind of build, but I still wanted to have more like bigger windows somewhere, so I went with the, I don't know if it's Space Game. I think it is Space Game. I went with the bigger, a little more like simpler or modern windows, and I also included these kind of painted glass windows, the bigger, rounder ones and then the smaller ones. I really like the small ones. They just make me think of some kind of like old building, like church kind of build. I know this is not a church, but I don't know, it suited the build. And also I wanted to have windows near the fireplace, but I didn't want to include windows that were too big, because in real builds like these, they probably wouldn't have that big windows near the fireplace. So yeah, there's a lot of different windows, but I still think they suit the build. And also the side of the house that's looking towards the street, it's very cohesive, and the windows are very like cohesive and there aren't that many variation. But on the back side of the house, that's where I wanted to have bigger windows to see the forest and all. So maybe they have renovated, I don't know. I don't think it matters that much. The roofing was kind of or not kind of, very difficult. If anybody has put roofs up in Sims 4, you know how hard it is to get them to look good and function like well, I don't know. So the roofing is kind of all over the place, but I still think it looks kind of nice, or at least it, I don't know, it looks real, I don't know, I guess. I really like the towery, like pointy roofs, so that went well. And also the Sims was bugging a lot with the terrain tool. As you can see later on, you see me paint the entryway to the front door, and after I do some terrain editing, the paint, like the pebble thing that I chose, it changes like texture, or it changes to another like paint. So that was really annoying and kind of weird. And also I went with a lot of like these, I don't know what they are called, but these kind of plants and leaves thingies that grow like on the building. It makes the building look old and that it has been there for a long time. So yeah, I went with this kind of like I don't know what it's called, like this fern type of thing, I don't know. But yeah, I went with that, and also used some of the little like dead like branches thingy that comes with vampires. So it looks like there has been like plants growing on the building for a long time, and some of it has died and all that. So I think it looks very good. I love doing this with old like stone buildings. I really enjoy doing, well, I don't necessarily enjoy doing it because it takes so much time, but in the end it looks so cool and I love it. I do have another this type of old mansion castle type of building on my gallery that has an observatory tower and like a secret tunnel that goes to the tower through the building, and that one has these kind of fern thingies all over it too, and I really love that. So if you like these type of builds and want to check that out, you can check that on my gallery too. Unfortunately, I didn't do videos back then, so I don't have that on video, but you can still see it on my gallery. And maybe I can actually do a gallery tour video someday, so you'll see some of my builds that I didn't record. But yeah, here's me just editing the front yard, putting some plants over there, bushes and all. I went with kind of a lot. Still, I think this is kind of like an old like castle type of building, so it's kind of a little overgrown and very like not that managed with the plants and all. So I think that went well with the type of building this is. And yeah, then I went ahead with the terrain paint and did some changes because I didn't really like the look of the front like entrance. And yeah, we're getting kind of at the end of the build. Little plants over there and some trees at the back, so it would look like kind of, I don't know, foresty land. Also, I included some like flowers growing at the back of the building and painted this kind of little like pathway through the back side of the building to the front side of the building, so it would look like people were walking a lot from the garden or something, I don't know. And yeah, this is the finished build. I didn't furnish it because it would have taken so long, and also the video would have been like 1 hour long. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will create the part 2 where I furnish it at my best abilities to make it look like this kind of, I don't know, old mansion for, I don't know, it could be anything, werewolves, vampires, just an old man, I don't know. If you have anything to suggest, leave a comment down below, and I hope that you all stay safe. Try to enjoy this time spent at home, and be considerate towards each other. Not all people can manage their life as well as others at this time, so be kind towards each other and help each other. And thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely day or night and week or weekend whenever you're watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye!